You know, this game really showed you the difference between quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson. Well, there's only one Lamar Jackson, and quarterbacks like Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow can beat you. He will beat you. Look, Joe Burrow will beat you. Lamar Jackson will kill you. That's the difference. Look, right? Because Lamar Jackson's going to put up 41 points on you with weapons like Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, and Isaiah Likely. Good players, Rashad Bateman isn't very consistent, but he was good this game. Zay Flowers was very good this game as well. Isaiah Likely didn't have a lot of yards, but he caught the biggest play of the game. One of the biggest plays of the game. And he'll make it work, right? Look, we haven't given him a guy like a Justin Jefferson caliber player or a Devontae Adams or a Jamar Chase. But he makes it work. Joe Burrow is out there. He played a good game, right? Our defense played very, very bad. That is something that we're going to discuss. Players like Joe Burrow, he has the luxury to throw to game breakers at wide receiver, like T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. Way more so Jamar Chase, right? A guy like Jamar Chase is a guy. His performance, again, he hasn't really been good against the Ravens, so he hasn't really earned the title of Ravens killer because that's really the second big game he's had against the Ravens ever, and the first one that's against a very a healthy defense, a somewhat healthy defense. But what we saw from Jamar Chase is an example of why wide receivers get paid, right? Because he's able to get a pass. He's able to receive a pass from behind the line of scrimmage and take it 71 yards for 6. That's not something. I mean, with how stacked the wide receiver position is, it is something some guys can do. But something like this, that's what you call a game breaker. That's what makes him a top 3 receiver in the league. So again, seeing Lamar Jackson go arm to arm with Joe Burrow, with no Jamar Chase, no T Higgins, it says something. It says a lot, right? And that's where I really don't know where the people who say Burrow's better than Lamar come from, because there's really nothing. Again, Joe Burrow played well. He played a good game. He was able to dice us up. No, he doesn't own us. That's really not true. He's 3-5 against the Ravens. He's 3-5 against the Ravens, and he's 1-5 against Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson owns the Bengals. And Lamar Jackson is 9-1 against the Bengals. That is what we call owning. So I'm gonna throw this right to your face, right? So, by the way, I'm sorry for the lateness on the video, the tardiness on the video. I had a very, very, very long week, right? By the way, I'm recording this the day after my birthday. So my birthday is October 10th. I'm recording this on October 11th. Hopefully, I'm gonna try and get it out as soon as possible. So, yeah. So if it's your first time stopping by, subscribe, click the like button, comment down below your thoughts on the game, and yeah, let's just get onto it, right? Let's get right onto it. So yeah, like I said before, it's very simple for this game. The defense played very, very bad. The defense is gonna need a lot of work. I know it's a divisional game, but come on, man. This is inexcusable. a few guys played well, right? You had Marlon Humphrey, Kyle Hamilton. They've been playing great. They've been playing, especially Marlon Humphrey. More so Marlon Humphrey. Roquan Smith, he hasn't been really up there. He has been playing like $20 million a year. It's that simple, right? He hasn't been playing like that, and yeah, you just want to like honestly, all you want to do is just try and fix that. We brought in Dean Pease. I really don't know what to think of that, especially when you have all the PTSD of him in the final years. But I mean, hey, you brought in a guy who was fired. Let's see how it goes, right? But I think a lot of the problems with Roquan Smith in the past game is that it feels like he's left out to dry a lot, right? It feels like he's left out to dry a lot in the past game, right? Honestly, you're asking too much. You're putting slot receivers on him, or wide receivers. Period. I mean, it's a mismatch either way most of the time. But hey, man, I would have loved to bring Robert Saleh in, but it looks like that's not happening for at least this season. So yeah, the run defense did fine. The defense, the secondary is gonna need some help. Yeah, well, not some help. It's gonna need to fix it up. It's gonna need fix because Marcus Williams, we're paying you all that money. Come on, it's really weird with him, right? Because last year he was playing with a torn pec, I think, or like he was playing with like one arm. He was basically favoring an arm, right, while playing, and then like he was playing much better. He was playing much better last year than he was playing this year. This year he's healthy. I really don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of blown coverages. Like, dude, you cannot just have Mike McDonald leave and then just forget how to play defense just because it's a new coordinator. You gotta help out your coordinator at some point, right? He has 5 games of experience as DC. You guys are veterans. You guys cannot go and then just forget how to play football just because there's a new defensive coordinator. Come on. But also, I think Zach Orr, he needs to fix some things. I really think his managing of the personnel has been very good. Again, I really don't think sometimes we're using guys at the right spots, right? It really doesn't feel that way, you know? I think the game against the Commanders is really gonna define. Like that's where we see where we really are because it's been 5 weeks. We cannot go ahead and say, oh no, it's only week 5, it's only week 6, it's only week 7, it's only week 8, it's only week 16. So hopefully this game is his version of the Dolphins game with McDonald, right? Remember when we just blew a 21 point lead? Let's just hope that's his version of the game, of that game where we allow a lot of points, defense struggles. Except we won this game, so yeah. But yeah, hopefully because McDonald had the same types of blunders in the first half of his first season, and then he pretty much shut it down later on. So let's hope it's the same for Zach Orr. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the next stretch is gonna. I think we're gonna be able to go and and have some good defensive performances. I think the schedule lights up for a good stretch before the bye. But yeah, I mean, we have a late bye. I don't think we really have a gauntlet after the Bengals game. We pretty much went Chiefs, Raiders, Cowboys, Bills, Bengals, and we went 3-2 in that stretch. So honestly, I'll take it. We should be 4-1, or maybe even 5-0. Like we are a few plays away from being 5-0 even, or 4-1. But yeah, I think we can stack up some wins. That's assuming Zach Orr improves. That's assuming he improves. With Dean Pease, we're gonna have to see. Maybe his experience can help with some shit, but I really don't like. I mean, he's gonna bring that stupid element of prevent defense. Oh God, no! Like it doesn't work against good quarterbacks. Well, good thing in that next stretch we're not gonna have to face elite quarterbacks back to back to back to back. But it's still the same point. We're playing Jaden Daniels, who's playing very, very well at the moment. He's no Patrick Mahomes, he's no Lamar Jackson, but still, right? So I really don't know how it's going to work for the defense. I mean, yeah. Offensively, we just really just destroyed the defense. I mean, we showed that we can. This game could have been an example of whether or not we're able to work in a negatives game script, right? Because the Bengals went all in on stopping the run, and then we were trailing by 10 points 3 times, and then we still came in and put in a passing masterclass. It wasn't a big Henry game. Monkey. And then you had Lamar running around, making people miss, whether it behind the line of scrimmage or not, in the pocket, everywhere, turning them tired because Lamar's just running around. And then after that, you have Derrick Henry in overtime. Everybody's tired, and then that's when you have the knockout punch. He was at 40 yards. He was at 40 yards this game before that big run. And then he just goes and gets to nearly 100 yards at the end of the game because he's the type of player who needs these touches. He needs these touches as the game goes. He gets better as the game goes because with a quarterback with Lamar, he's going to make everybody tired on the opposing team. And then Derrick Henry, when you're tired, you're going to want to make business decisions, especially when you're facing up against a Derrick Henry. And Derrick Henry is the type of guy who can take everything back in a single run. And that's what he did in overtime. But so yeah, I would love to see more carries, a little bit more, even when we are trailing. But yeah, like sometimes the second half it gets frustrating with the usage, but it's not really something we're complaining at the moment because we won the game and he basically just got the final play out. So yeah, the offensive line sucked. I mean, well, honestly, the usual suspects did suck, and then you had Rosengarten who struggled in some snaps. Again, as usual suspects, I'm talking about Faalele. He struggled again. I really don't know what's up with this fan base and just trying to say Faalele is good. Some fans, but especially last week, we were all talking about Faalele about, oh yeah, he's now the starter. He's now a starter. Again, Ben Cleveland in this game showed he's better. Patrick McCary showed in this game that he's a better guard than anything, that he should stay at guard and never at tackle. That's another thing as well. So, hey, on that Henry touchdown, by the way, you look at how Cleveland, as the extra lineman, comes in and then he moves people. That's exactly what Ben Cleveland, the way he run blocks, is exactly the way people think Faalele blocks. or should block at least. That's how you move people. That is how you move people. Falele, he's honestly, dude. There's nothing that about these first 5 weeks that tells you that. Uh, there's nothing in these 5 weeks that tells you that the Falele experience should continue. He should be benched. And once Voorhees comes back, that should be the plan. Or you just put Ben Cleveland in and risk not our quarterback getting injured, or Derrick Henry, or somebody. Because with how bad he is, it could be the possibility. And he sucks, dude. He sucks. He sucks, man. He was not good in the Cowboys game. He was not good in the Raiders game. He was not good in the Chiefs game. He was only good in the Bills game. He's had one good game out of the 5. There's nothing that tells you that he should be starting, that he should still be on the field. But yeah, I'm going to end with that. Our pass catchers, Bateman and Flowers, showed us something that game. They showed us something. Rashad Bateman had a bad play in the second quarter, I think. And then a few minutes later, he redeemed himself. And after that, he's been good. He's had a good game. I would wish that it would continue on a consistent basis instead of coming in every few moments. But yeah, Zay Flowers, he had himself a game. He had himself a game. Monkey. Exactly what you want to see from your number one receiver. 120 all-purpose yards. Sounds neat. And Lamar Jackson played a good game. He played great once again. He had a pretty shaky start. And then as the game went, he got better. Mark Andrews had a resurgence a little bit. He kind of woke up. Charlie Kolar, the Kolar Express, he had some receptions too and a touchdown. So, okay. And at some point in that Aguilar hit, I think we needed to continue targeting Cam Taylor-Britt because he was getting a bit cocky. On that last Derrick Henry play, he was getting pancaked by none other than Tylan Wallace. Tylan Wallace was giving him that work. Tylan Wallace also got involved. So it's a game. It's a good game where everybody got involved. So yeah, it's something you want to see. This offense showed that they can work in a negative. They're capable of working on a negative game script. Still trade for Devontae Adams. Still go ahead and be serious about it. Be serious. Say, nah, you're not playing. Because if we trade for Devontae Adams, we're not losing a single game for the rest of the season. And again, hopefully in the playoffs, this is what we do on a negative game script because it has to be it, right? We do that. We put up a show. And we're capable of winning playoff games. But what I want to see, I want it to be easy. I want it to be easier for us. I want hey, if we went all in, we would be collecting rings like Thanos is collecting gemstones. It would be easy. We would make shit easier. So, yeah, man. I mean, hey, alright, dude. So, a good win. Some things to work on, of course. We went to their field and we humbled them. Lamar is now 5-1 against Joe Burrow, 9-1 against the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals don't own shit. Joe Burrow doesn't own shit. Jamar Chase sure as hell doesn't own shit. Hey, we are their daddy. That is exactly it. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Click the like button, comment down below your thoughts. And yeah, see you guys after the Commanders game, as soon as possible.